Hello students, I am Harshila Datte, Senior Lecturer of Department of Computer Engineering. In this video lecture, I am going to teach you the topic cybercrime and cyber laws. The unit outcomes are, after learning this video lecture, you will understand, you will classify the given types of cybercrime as well as you can explain the specified cyber laws. The learning outcomes are cybercrime introduction, types of cybercrime, software piracy, cybercrime investigation, cyber laws, areas of cyber laws, advantages of cyber laws, and the two cyber laws, that is IT Act 2000 and IT Act 2008. So let us start with the cybercrime. It refers to all the criminal activities done using the medium of computer, internet, and World Wide Web. It uses the computer as an instrument for illegal things such as committing fraud, intellectual property, stealing identities, or violating the privacy. The types of cybercrime are as follow: hacking, digital forgery, cyber stalking and harassment, cyber pornography, identify theft and fraud, cyber terrorism, cyber defamation. Let us see one by one. The first cybercrime is a hacking. A hacker is someone who finds out and exploits the weaknesses of the computer system or the network. And the person who does this activity, hacking process, is a hacker. There are different types of hacker: white hat hacker, black hat hacker, grey hat hacker, elite hacker, and the script kiddies. So, white hat hacker are some which have some respectable job in the companies, also known as the ethical hacker. Black hat hacker are the hacker which have the which are doing hacking for money and to harm the system or people or the nation. Grey hat hacker are the somewhat which is in between black and white hacker. They can do the malicious activity, or they can find error or find bugs and inform to the owner of that product. Elite hacker are the most dangerous hacker, which they require a large time of planning, and their gain is higher from the hacking process. They get large money, more amount of money, or they are also do the attack hacking process for creating the terror in the nation. And last is the script kiddies. Script kiddies are the small hackers. They are not technical writers. They can use the whatever available scripts for hacking process. The next cybercrime is the digital forgery. A digital forgery or digital tampering is a process of manipulating documents or images for the intent of financial, social, and political gain. Next is the cyber stalking and harassment. Cyber stalking is the use of internet or other electronic means to harass an individual, group, or organization. Next is the cyber pornography. The crime of the child pornography include possession, production, distribution, or sale of pornographic image or videos that exploits or portray the children. The next cybercrime is identity theft or fraud. Identity theft occurs when someone uses your personal identifying information and pretends to be you in order to commit fraud or to gain other financial benefits. The next is the terrorism, cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism is the use of internet to conduct violence act that results in or threatens loss of life or significant bodily harm in order to achieve political or ideological gains through threat or intimidation. The next is the cyber defamation. Defamation means cyber defamation means using the internet to defame the person, as a tool to defame and malign another person. It involves use of social media or online campaign to tarnish the image of the victim. Software piracy. It is also one kind of cybercrime. It means the copying and using commercial software which is purchased by someone else. It is the illegal way of copying or distribution of the copyrighted software. So there are 5 types of software piracy. First is the counterfeiting. it duplicating and selling the copyrighted programs or softwares. Second, internet piracy. In internet piracy, it typically involves downloading illegal software from peer-to-peer network, internet auction or blog. Next is the end user piracy. In end user piracy, it installs in end user piracy, it borrowing and installing a copy of software application from the colleague, which you do not have the license of it. Next, client server overuse. Installing the more copies of the software than you have license for. Means if you have only one license copy or you are applying that copies install it on many PCs. That is client server overuse. And hard disk loading. Installing and selling the unauthorized copies of the software on new computers. This is what the client server overuse. Hard disk loading. So these are the types of software piracy. The next topic is cyber crime investigation process. So how cyber crime investigation is done? These are 5 steps. First, when cyber crime happens, investigation teams secure the computer network and the component that are directly or indirectly connected with the incident. After that, investigators then take detailed auditing of the computer system to search malicious code, security leaks and related issues, files and programs and deleted files and programs that are deleted or altered. After that, it maintains the chain of evidence. And then after collection of the evidence, the team may preserve the equipment until the matter goes to the court. And at the end, computers and other devices might be released back to their owner. There are 4 investigation techniques: interview, surveillance, forensics and undercover. The first we'll see this investigation technique one by one. Interviews. Investigator arranges interviews with the victim and witnesses to get information about the crime. Then surveillance. Investigator checks the digital activities, monitors all the elements of the suspect. Then forensics. Mining a computer for all related information to detect the potential evidence. After collecting all the evidence, it goes for the forensic, whether to check whether are they true or not. Then undercover. It steps to undercover to trap the criminals using the fake online identities. Next topic is the cyber laws. Cyber laws, also called as the IT laws, is a law regarding information technology, including computers and internet. It is related to legal informatics and supervises the digital circulation of the information, software, information security and e-commerce. The importance of cyber laws are: it covers all transactions over the internet, it keeps eyes on all activities over internet, it touches every action and every reaction in the cyberspace. The cyber laws cover all the major areas like fraud, copyright. These are all the cyber crimes: defamation, harassment and stalking, freedom of speech, trade secret, contracts and employment laws. The advantages of the cyber laws. Organizations are now able to carry out the e-commerce using the legal infrastructure provided by the Act because of the cyber laws. Digital signatures have been given legal validity and sanction in the Act. It has cyber law has opened the door for the entry of corporate companies for issuing digital signature certificate in the business of being certifying authorities. Cyber laws allows government to issue notification on the web, thus hurling e-governance. Next advantage: cyber law gives authority to companies or organization to file from any form, application or any other document with any office, authority, body or agency owned or controlled by the sustainable government in e-form by means of such e-form as may be prescribed by the suitable government. The IT Act also addresses the important issue of security which are so critical to the success of electronic transaction. Let us see these two acts, IT Act 2000 and 2008. The IT Act 2000, this act has passed in Indian Parliament in year 2000. This act is a set of rules and regulations that can apply on any electronic transaction. An act to provide legal recognition for transaction carried out by means of electronic data interchange. This IT Act 2000 came into effect on 17 October 2000. It has 13 chapters and 4 schedules. Heavy penalty can be imposed for those including computer crimes and hacking. India was the 12th country to enact an act related to cyber laws. The advantages: it is very helpful for e-commerce. Because of the digital signature and certificate, the Indian corporate business can improve. IT Act 2000 provides facility to fill online form. Also, because of higher penalty for doing cybercrime will reduce the ratio of the cybercrime. But since there are some limitation in IT Act 2000, there is no law for violation of copyright, no security for accessing the domain names, no laws for power of attorney, trust and will, no hard law for taxation, no provision for payment of stamp duty for online document. So there are some modification done in IT Act 2000 and IT Act 2008 is comes. It is the Information Technology Amendment Act 2008, also known as the ITA 2008. It is administered by the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team (CERT) in year 2008. It is developed for IT industry to control e-commerce, to provide e-governance facility and to stop the cybercrime. The IT Act 2008 modification includes redefinition of term like communication device which reflects the current use. It also has validation of the electronic signature and contracts. The owner of the IP address is responsible for the content that are accessed or distributed through it. Once it provides the reputation. Organizations are responsible for implementing of the effective data security practices. Thank you.